Hello everyone, I hope you're doing just fine. In this episode, we're going to do some interesting things. I've chosen some videos. Let us check them out one by one. And I want you to see something interesting. Well, did you watch that? Right? What is it written there? Filmed with a 35mm camera. You see that? What about this one? Let's check it out. You see how interesting it is? So what does it say? It says, the knit is detailed to look like it's made from yarn or wool. Alright. Modern art style. Adorable, magical, super detailed, high resolution. We want to put these pieces together and come to a conclusion. Check it out. What does it say? Old video, vintage, retro. See the result? Alright. What about this one? Black and white. Alright. What about this one? You see this? Let's read the prompt. Shot with a flickering film strip effect. Which is like the beginning of the prompt. This is the beginning of the prompt. Let's see the next one. Alright. What does it say? Cartoon animated. Right? Cartoon animated. Let's see more. You see this video? Oh, of course, let me tell you a point. You see the problem there? And it just messes it up. What do we need to do? We need to recut, right? So what does it say? A realistic 3D video of a full male body. Realistic 3D video. What else? That's it. Let's move on. Yes, you see this video, which looks like this. What does it say? Let's see the translation. Funny video of Mickey on a roller coaster with a face of panic due to fear. Let's see the result. Well, what about this one? It says a 3D rendered animation. Alright. And this is the result. And, well, I think the background, yes, the background is mentioned to be minimal. Well, let's move on. What about this one? You see down there, it looks like that. A vintage Super 8 footage of two women. Vintage. Alright. What else? This is it. You see what it looks like? What does it say? Let's edit it and find out. A colorful painting. So, it should be a painting, right? What about this one? You see, it looks like deserted or something. So, a wide cinematic. So, when you say cinematic, pay attention that even though it's vertical, even though it's like a square, but still the upper part and the lower part is cut. Why? Because it was supposed to be cinematic. What about the next one? What does it say? Start by zooming into and style of pop art. Right? Style is pop art, and it repeated twice. Or check out this video. What does it say? Black and white style. Alright. Let's load the video. This is the video. Alright. Well, let's check it out again. In this example, for example, let's see what it says. A dynamic animation. Illustrating the blah blah blah. And then this should be written on it. The animation shall not be very flashy. Also focus on laptop for this. Only on laptop. In animation style. We talked about all of these to tell you, by mentioning an example, I want you to understand that we've got something in AI, in Sora, called style. And we can choose our own style for the video. And all the other examples I showed you somehow selected their own style. So, as I said, in all those examples, a style was selected. Now, a very cool thing we can do in writing prompts is that I can mention the style. Now, for example, you're gonna write this prompt: a woman who's working, a woman who's walking, or anything. Or for example, this one has a subtitle. I'm sure a sort of style has been selected. Let's see what it is. Let's see if the style is selected or not. Actually, no. The video that has been uploaded had a subtitle. Let's see the original video. As you saw, if you click on source, you will see the rest. I think a style was chosen, that it was like a fail. Let's see. No. Only, of course, everything was connected to the point and precisely. Now, the whole thing is we can choose a specific style for every video. Now I have chosen all the possible styles that you can give an AI to see your favorable results. All of them have been collected and written down here. We can actually add all these styles to the end of our prompt to make our video look like that. For example, it can be 2D animation or 3D animation. It can be black and white or vintage. If you want it to be a gameplay style or gaming style, right? We've got realistic filming or abstract or artistic. We saw some samples. This abstract is done very well because it doesn't need to go according to any physics law or anything, right? It can also be unreal or surreal. Again, somehow like abstract and artistic, but it's great. It can also be a cartoon or a comic style, as I said. A minimalist, as I said. For example, if you've got an advertising ad, you can go with that. Flat design, the camera from the top. Motion graphics. Now, I did not find any model for that, but it can be very interesting to go with motion graphics. Hand-drawn or sketch style. And it does it exactly like this. Next one, we've got, again, vintage film, retro, cinematic, we said it, time-lapse. Now, it uses loops. We did not say that, it doesn't matter. Stop motion. Once you choose stop motion, it is so close to stop motion, real stop motion. It's so amazing. It can be glitch effect, high-tech or futuristic, neon or glow effects. These are the styles that are added to the end of the prompt. Now, we're going to get down to it in details once we get to prompting, but it's important what the beginning of your prompting is. And usually, the beginning of the prompt is paid attention more. So if you really care, it should be pop art, put it at the beginning, okay? If you don't, if you want it to receive only insights, put it at the end. Then we've got 3D rendering, great for advertisement, holographic or virtual reality, lo-fi, documentary style, for example, the effects of the camera or with more movements, hand movements, nature and environmental style. I don't think it makes any difference, but you can use it. Interactive style, augmented reality, retro video game. This is so cool. I've seen some fantastic samples of this. It's just like a game. Sci-fi or fantasy style. This is nothing. Footage from X camera. We saw the example. It would be so cool. For example, the right footage from this camera. For example, from this camera, it should be filmed from blah camera. For example, if you use GoPro, it's going to be like an action film, right? Something like that. This is so cool. We saw a sample of that, and it said use a ultra wide camera or, for example, use a red camera that is so natural and cinematic, right? Now, in this video, we covered the styles, and by saying these things, by adding them to the beginning or the end of your prompt, you can determine the style of your video much more precise to what you already have in mind. I hope this video found you well, and you can also use these styles to see what you want, to get what you want.